It's St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to discuss how the Irish were more easily able to integrate into the United States than so far Mexican Americans have been able to. So, the easy answer to this is that they're white and we're brown. They speak English, so they had a leg up when they arrived, and we speak Spanish, so we were at a disadvantage. But in reality, what allowed the Irish to integrate into the United States was their sheer numbers. In 1776, we had a population of 2.5 million. That includes slaves also. In that population, 1.2 million were English Protestants. That was 48% of the population. Because they were the majority, they set whatever cultural norm they wanted. The second group was 200,000, depending on who you ask, of Irish. That was 2% of the population. Now, at that time, and for a very long period after, they were persecuted. They were persecuted because they were Catholic, because they had funny accents, and a lot of them would just sacrifice their Catholic identity completely in order to better immigrate or to integrate into the United States. Now, at that time in 1776, the Mexican population was zero. 100 years later, we're now at 1880. The population is now 50 million. 20 million are English Protestants. That's 40%. They're still the majority. They still kind of dictate what's going on. But the Irish have increased to 8 million. That's 16% of the population. The reason they were able to move is because, one, they were being pushed out of Ireland. This is called a push factor because of the famine. And also, there was a pull factor. There was already people in the United States that were pulling them in. They had community already here. And the steamship was invented, which made it extremely easy for them to come abroad. It was very safe. It was about 7 to 10 days, and it got you into the United States. In Mexico, they were basically focused in Central and South Mexico. So arriving into the United States was extremely difficult. You had to caravan, you had to pay off bandits, you had to cross deserts. So that's why by 1880, there's like 100,000 Mexican Americans in the United States. Now, fast forward another 100 years, the population is now 60 million white Protestants, and there's less Protestants because it's 1980s, and 40 million Catholics, and 14.6 million Hispanics, basically coming in because for a very long time, we did have open borders with the Western Hemisphere, allowing them to come in. Then we had the Bracero program, allowing them to come in. We were pulling them because of work. The northern parts of Mexico were more clearly settled, so the trip was a lot safer for them to come in. Now, the final statistic I want to show you is in 2026, we're basically dead even. It's like 14% English, if they can still identify that way, like 9% Irish, and we're about 12% Hispanic. The real question is that once we do become a majority, or if we ever do, how much of our culture are we going to keep? The Irish gave up Gaelic. They instituted more literacy programs. They didn't really give up their Catholicism, but a lot of them did. Are the Mexican Americans going to do the same thing? How much are we going to keep when we come to the United States and become either a majority population or compete evenly as a large group?